Hi, welcome to TwinTalkTopics. this is me, Lindy, and this is my twin sister, Lacey. Welcome to our channel.
I fucking love this song. I just got back from hiking a mountain. What did you do today?
All right. Okay, so what are we discussing today, sis? What topic are we on to lately?
Mask skin.
Okay, look, give your quick little mask story.
I don't know. It's so ridiculous. Like, I've gotten to a point now. I weaned myself off the mask thing.
It's been 7 months of this
pandemic. Okay, so I've never been to this mountain before. And it's kind of more further in the middle of Washington State. And
Mount Baker.
And there, I guess you just can't get away. Here, I'm going up a mountain trying to think.
It's everywhere. It's in your soul.
I'm trying to think, and I want to go up there and enjoy nature. But I don't understand what the point is of wearing a mask, going out in nature, and then the point, in nature,
where you're
surrounded by everything that heals you,
an hour away from civilization on a mountain.
Every time I would walk past somebody, and it's a pretty common mountain, so it was a pretty, the trail was, it was really active. So there was one other person that I saw that didn't have a mask or even a bandana. And every time I would walk past them, a real fucking person. Every time I would walk, it's getting sad. Every time I would walk past these people with masks on, up, down, up, down. I'm just what the fuck? What is the point? And then not only that, people need to kill with the "I want to be a doctor" mask, and because there was several of them on my way up the mountain. I saw them on the side of the street. So what the fuck is the point? Well, it's doing more damage to the environment, to the health of people, because it's plastic. It's plastic, microplastic with cotton, or it has microplastic in it. And that's going to get into the environment, and then that's going to get into the soil, and then you're going to eat
masks.
Yeah, and then you're going to eat the soil and the fucking vegetation that has all of the plastic in it, and that affects your estrogen and your hormonal levels, and then you're going to be a baby back bitch. Like you are now, wearing a mask. I'm just kidding. You're if you choose to wear a mask, that's fine, but be secular about it. There's no point in wearing a mask in nature. It's kind of like that one SpongeBob episode.
Or I was thinking Bubble Boy.
No, I'm thinking, that SpongeBob episode where he has a smelly breath and he's like, and Patrick can't tell him that his breath smells.
No.
It's this green shit. Yeah, we're going to play virus tag from now on. Just make it a game.
I don't know which episode. I vaguely remember, but I don't remember that relating to a mask.
It didn't have a mask, but that's kind of it just doesn't matter. It's dissipating in the air faster than, and plus you're higher up. The sunlight kills the virus. 10 times faster.
Your immune system. Okay, anyways. So yeah, that was your mask story. Again, it's not nothing we haven't seen before lately.
Hi, Lacey.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to talk about what's been on my mind lately, which I have been consuming any videos about is it whatever Russell J. Gold, any videos of content on what he is doing, what he has done. And I've been really getting into language and but it all ties together. But the other concept I want to talk about was gold. Why are humans obsessed with gold? Why have we been obsessed with gold for so long? Like there was a whole century of like the gold rush in the Western civilization. Well, like what would cause families to like separate for long periods of time for usually the men in the Wild West? They would, go for months at a time searching for this rock.
It's not a rock.
Or this
an element.
Element, in the mountains.
Why? I know why. I'm going to turn this on, sis.
Oh, ew. Why?
At least you look a little bit more put together than I do. I look like I don't.
Why? Why? It doesn't really, besides looking pretty, it doesn't really give.
I know
we
why.
We don't know the full, just wait. Let me just finish my thought for once. We don't know the full capacity of this element that we're so crazy about, besides just wearing it as jewelry and using it for currency. But why choose gold? Why not, silver, or why not wood? Like pieces of wood. That's we could use that as fire. Like we could keep warm for us. Gold, we can't really, it's too bendable.
Teacher.
Sure.
I know why.
Okay, sure.
Explain why. I know,
I have my theories too.
Scientifically speaking, if gold had it, like the design of gold is the reason why conscious beings like to retrieve it so much is because it is a fabulous, doesn't rust, doesn't wear out conductor. And all the atoms.
Oh, conductor for electricity?
Conductor for electricity, and it holds information because the atoms of gold never change. Like the gold on the planet right now is the same gold that came from the stardust in the universe.
Well, same as water, but the molecules just
But the molecules don't, or the atoms. They maintain their same. The molecules. I don't know how to. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how to explain that correctly. But something in gold doesn't change. It's like the most malleable but durable metal that is also very conductive, and it holds. Personally speaking, I think it holds consciousness as in a prison itself.
What, couldn't you say the same like for a crystal?
Kind of. But if you look at how mankind has used gold, we are entrapped by it. It, like, you see people wearing a gold chain, a gold necklace. They live their life to make money, which was over time was mostly gold. So their purpose was to survive and thrive. They had to attain the gold. But it could go farther back into, like, if you really want to get into it, like supposedly another species that was like manipulating human beings, made human beings because they wanted the gold, because they needed the gold to like make their ships fly.
And they needed labor. They needed labor to dig out the gold.
So they made like hybrid beings. And that's why we have slavery on the planet. And that's because they introduce the concept of slavery on the planet.
That another species is superior over a different species.
Another species, or I would say another being.
Yeah, another being is superior over another species or another being, and uses its energy for itself.
Yeah, I'm very zen right now, so
I'm happy for you. But that was actually what I was going to get into. Was I think it has the reason why humans love gold so much as we evolved, even in ancient Egypt. Like, you see that gold being very valued. I mean, it is now, but in ancient Egypt, I think it was valued a lot more. But I think that's where a lot of interference theory comes into play, where, as you were saying, different beings, some could say them aliens,
Gold and silver, like,
I just faint out. Came down or came into the planet. I don't know how this stuff works, but and created human beings to mine the gold. So, because think about it, as humans, as we're evolving, we wouldn't naturally find it valuable, like, unless it's just shiny and it's just decorative. But we value food. We're a food species. That is what keeps us surviving and thriving.
That's a good.
So along the line somewhere, the human species has collectively agreed that gold is well, is like we almost die for it. Isn't that crazy? Like, you would die for gold to have it, but why is it food valued? Like,
yeah, and plants.
Yeah,
plants are closer to understand as a conscious being than gold is.
But I think it's the rarity of it, because plants are all over.
And gold is made in the molten middle of a sun or a star exploding. That's what it is. That's what it's made from.
A star exploding?
Yeah, gold can only be made from a star explosion.
Oh, I didn't.
That's why I said.
Are you sure that's a fact?
Yes. Here, you can look it up.
Okay.
But I think there's also something to say about silver too, because with human species, gold. Some humans are allergic to gold, or some are allergic to silver, and some are allergic to copper.
Mm-hmm.
I know that silver looks better on us than gold.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because of our skin tone.
I always thought it would be neutral. I mean, this is kind of silver.
Or I guess
I think gold would look good on us because we have like some gold tints.
I think the alchemy of it just fits better, or it wears better with our skin or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Just like there's other metals that your skin or your body likes more.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's been on my mind quite a bit lately. Do you have anything else to add to that?
Fun fact: if the dollar crashed, there's not enough gold for everybody to be carrying around, so the price of gold would skyrocket. And there's several countries all around the world, US being one of them, that does have a stockpile of gold, but nobody knows where it is in the US. It was supposedly in Fort Knox, but I think it got moved.
I've heard somewhere down the line, I don't know, it's through my research or through some YouTube videos or something, or a documentary, that under Mount they did have that National Treasure movie. I forget the actor's name, but I've just recently, it came back to me through some documentary that there was gold located under in Mount Rushmore.
Really?
Yeah, through like the tunnel system or something.
I guess that might make sense. No, that's a national treasure.
Exactly. What?
No, then it's going along the lines with the Freemasons and all that other stuff. And
yeah,
the Freemasons, if you're on the planet right now in America,
you fucked everything up.
Society is operating from a Freemason or Masonic infrastructure, meaning it has a design and program.
Freemasons are government builders.
Freemasons believe, like most of them, believe in the Luciferian concept. The Luciferian concept goes back into believing that Lucifer was the actual god
or angel.
Well, in biblical terms, Lucifer was the most beloved angel because he was the most highest and did everything that God, Father, whatever you want to call it, did or asked of him and more. He wanted to achieve the highest, but he fell because of pride. And now humans need a certain amount of pride to be a conscious awareness, to be conscious and awareness, and to take care of yourself and be proud of who you are. It's not a completely bad thing. However, that is why he fell, because that's kind of started making an ego. Then you have too much pride, you lose a lot of your intelligence. And
I heard ego from one of my life coaches.
Ego's not completely
she
bad
said
either,
that
but
ego is the mechanism of separation within creation.
yeah, so Lucifer technically
separates
symbolizes all of mankind's fall. Now when we're talking about fall, I'm not talking about falling from heaven to earth, because that is within you. We're talking about the fall of consciousness in the sense of you are falling from awareness and understanding and intelligence and loving.
The big picture.
The big picture. But that it's still, that's what they're talking about when we fall. You fall from that concept, as in it seems as though you could never get back. However, where was I? Lucifer pride. Oh, so Lucifer. Now, some people want to understand this story wrong, because I've delved deep into this quite a few times. Our 10th generational grandfather was a 33rd degree Mason.
Zachary Taylor?
No, not the president. No.
How do you know?
Because it's in the book.
Oh, in the ancestry book?
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah. So did you look him up? What's his name?
I
Why do you know all this cool stuff and I never?
Because I want to know who fucked things up along the line. Who started the generational patterns? How did I get here? Why is my soul here on this planet?
Yeah,
right
I
now?
do too. I'm like, what?
I'm like, oh, okay. So you motherfuckers, you really fucked up, didn't you? Didn't you? Were you thinking about that when you wanted to have us?
We should get a hold on that book, because I would really like to know. I guess we could look it up.
Okay. Anyways, people.
Wait, can I just?
No. There's a book in a second. 1 second. Let me finish this because it's important.
Okay.
So Lucifer symbolizes intelligence, but somebody could spin that around and say, well, Lucifer fell because Lucifer's fall was still a part of God's divine plan. That's fine.
1 second.
God, the universe creator, the creator's divine plan either way. Because there had to be somebody or something or a being or a entity, whatever you want to call it, to fall to learn the opposite of God, the creator, or whatever.
Creating polarity.
Yeah, creating polarity. That's called the law of
polarity?
The law of polarity, or dualism, so to speak. Without the fall, you can't learn anything because you're already just here. You're already your higher self. Without the fall, you didn't know you had a higher self. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting it.
Yeah. So ultimately, Lucifer is playing the bad guy, so to speak, so that the human beings can learn. And that's also, Lucifer is tied in with snake symbolism.
Well, snakes are tied into a lot of other symbolism too, depending on what you're researching. So
that's why I went down to the jungle.
Make sure you understand the context. But what you were saying was you can't know unless you're separate. You can't know something without the polarity of it, the separation of it. That kind of is like being born.
You can't learn.
You only know your mother's womb. You don't know what's outside of it until you're born and you experience being outside of the womb. So you have contrast, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but there's another thing with that being outside of the womb. The mother is, this is important too, because the mother is inherently connected to the huge womb that we're in, which is the planet Earth. The planet Earth doesn't need to be connected to anything, but the mother, has to be connected to the planet, as in grounding, understanding the natural cycles, and then the child is born, and then it has comfort and security because it has that connection. But a lot of times when children are born nowadays, they're born not onto the ground or in water or in a natural stream. They're pulled out, or they are immediately grabbed by another human being, whatever. The child doesn't understand what's going on. Like,
and then put in a box.
Yeah, and sometimes this is necessary. Obviously, we wouldn't be here if we weren't grabbed and like ripped out of our mom's stomach.
Yeah, we were preemies, and you were, or
no. Let's not
I
get
was
into that.
not
I don't
having-
want to go through that shit
I was
again.
having a hard time, and then we had to be delivered early. I was 4 pounds 1 ounce, and you were 4 pounds 6 ounces. We were little tiny babies. Oh.
All right.
But okay, so where were we?
Gold.
So
Gold,
yeah,
Lucifer.
that kind of correlated, and we kind of touched on Freemasons a little bit. But yeah, I was also talking about, I have been researching heavily into Russell J. Gould's work and
Understanding and knowledge.
Oh yeah, and that tied in with what I else wanted to talk about, the language thing again. How I'm just kind of mind boggled about everyday terms that we use in the English language, and it's such a filly-fally. I don't.
Yeah.
Or fictionist. That's what it is.
You almost have to really
you have to
slow down.
Yeah, you have to slow down and break apart the mechanics of a word or a phrase or a sentence.
Yeah, and see and get in tune with the exact energy behind the word or language or phrase that somebody's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the energy that matters. Because
no, the words and letters matter.
I'm not talking about in the Russell J. Gould sense, but if you're like operating in this still fucked up society where nobody speaks and lives their truth, you really, because people are, when they're waking up, like if somebody can say something, like I'll say, oh shit, or I say shit, like those are two different kind of ways to say it. Like one is saying, oh, I might need help, or the other one's saying is an excited version. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's really, words are almost kind of mundane now.
Emotion, energy and motion. You're the emotion you use when you speak. Your thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll give an example. The prefixes and the suffixes are really what's been, kind of mind-boggling me lately. Like, in. The prefix in to like a root word usually means no. But
what?
Yeah.
Wait, time out. That
like
made no
for
sense.
inspection. If you're using it in a phrase or whatever, I'm going to perform an inspection. Like inspection. No, it should. What?
It should be spection, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how.
Okay, give a better example when it comes to contracts. Tell them about when you signed that contract the other day, what you had the problem with. Because it didn't.
Oh yeah,
it didn't really make sense.
I was signing a contract I'm refinancing my house, and I thought about something that I was signing. Oh darn! I wish I would have wrote it down because I had to sign as power of attorney for my husband because he's not here at the moment. So I had to sign a certain way, and the way I had to sign was I had to print my husband's name by Lindy Breach as power of attorney in fact. And talked to the loan lady, I was like, this doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be in fact. It should just be fact. Like, there should be no in. Like, should be POA fact. I know that's not, like, because we're so used to hearing it as in fact.
But it's not in present moment context.
Yeah, in contract, but it should be a fact as power of attorney.
Yeah,
you're kind of just canceling it out if you say fact.
You're putting the context in a past or present, or
Yeah.
past or future context. In a present moment, which is the only thing that exists, the wording is often in the society really fucked up, and Jason Gould talks. This is what
Russell J. Gould.
I'm sorry, Russell J. Gould is what he's trying. This is what he's trying to explain to people, especially when it comes to contract law, because a lot of contract law is based off of past and future contexts and timelines. But he created a language specifically designed for contracts, which is everything that we do today, because
Parsay syntax grammar. Well,
Yeah.
him and his partner at the
that
time,
is based off of
David Wynn.
based in present moment truth and understanding, so that they're like, and it's irreversible and it's infinite. He made a language, not a language of different symbols or anything, but like how you should put phrases and words together, mathematically speaking. And the universe is it's fundamentally based off of mathematics. That's what the universe is made of, in conscious realm. But so when you say it should just be fact,
or you don't have to say anything at all, as power of attorney, because that is the truth.
It's recognizing you as what is.
Yeah, what is. By Lindy Breach as power of attorney.
Yeah, because when they're saying in fact, they're already implying that it's not a fact.
Yeah,
When
that's so true.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good example of like this English language that we've been speaking like this for the past, I don't know, couple of thousand years. Just the little tiniest thing that just messes it all up for and he always says it's important to be correct, because otherwise we're living a lie, we're living fiction.
I'm so zen right now.
Okay, well, should we end it here because we're at 27?
Oh, well, I'll just say this one thing quick. Traditionally, gold in the universe is thought to have formed by the R process, rapid neutron capture, in supernova nucleosynthesis. But more recently, it has been suggested that gold and other elements heavier than iron may also be produced in quantity by the R process in the collision of neutron stars.
So that was off of Wikipedia. There could be other viewpoints and perspectives. But, okay, I think we are done for the night with our topics. Hope you guys enjoyed all of our thought processes.
And research and look at things for yourself, and constantly seek truth, question everything, and speak from your heart. Even if, like Infinite Water says, even if your voice shakes.
Bye-bye.